Hey guys, so today we are going to be starting with a new chapter, the fourth chapter, that is refraction of light at curved surfaces. Dive deep into the topics of the chapter. I wanted to take this class to just figure out what is refraction, because we've already studied refraction in the previous year, but let's just refresh our memory, try to understand it in a better manner. Okay, so for this I have a small activity here. So I have this glass tumbler, this beaker here, and I have some water, and I have like a small piece of paper with an arrow drawn on it, right? So now if you notice the shape of this tumbler, or let's just say its circumference is a circle, it's got like a curved shape, right? It's not a flat surface. So since we're talking about refraction on curved surfaces, we are going to be looking at these curved shapes. Alright, so now what I want you to do is, take a look at this arrow carefully. Okay, look at the size of this arrow. Put the bottle aside. Alright, now keep looking at the arrow and notice if there is any difference in the arrow once it passes from here till the back of this beaker. Alright. So let's go for it. Keep watching carefully, alright. Now let me know if you see any difference from here to here. You can just type it down in the comment below if you want to. Right? So there's a difference when I come from here to here. Okay? Now what I am going to do, I am going to show you one more difference that will occur when I pour water inside of this beaker. Right? I am going to pour this water inside this beaker like this. Do you notice a change? Right? Something has definitely changed when we do this. Right? The arrow which is pointing that way has changed twice in this experiment, right? So when I move the arrow from here to here, what happened is, from between your camera and this paper there's nothing, right? It's just air, so you can look at it directly. But the moment I bring it back here, you see that there is a glass obstruction, right? So because of this glass obstruction, light will start to behave a little differently than it normally does. Okay? For example, this is a laser light. So if, as we know, laser lights are this red colored light that kind of go in a straight line, right? It's not just lasers, but any light go always in a straight line. They don't deviate unless they reflect. So once they reflect, they again reflect with the same angle, that is bouncing back off a surface. But when that applies to surfaces that are flat, it changes completely when we talk about surfaces that are curved. Okay, so when light hits a curved surface, it is going to bounce very differently. It is going to shift ever so slightly with an angle. Okay. This shift in angle is what we call as diffraction. So imagine a straight line. Once it changes where it's moving from, it bends a little bit. Like for example, over here I'll say it is from air to glass, right? When it was empty, it was air to glass. Because of the shift from air to glass, the light happens to bend a little bit. Okay, because of that bending, you'll notice that this arrow looks smaller once you bring it back, right? When the glass was empty, you saw that the arrow was smaller. That's only because the light that's entering is bending in a manner that makes you see the arrow as if it is smaller than it is. Okay. Now, similarly, when I pour water, it's completely different case, right? There is air, there is glass, and then there is water. So there is a shift of the light moving from air to water, and then from water back to air, which is behind the glass. Because of these changes in the medium, okay, what we call this is medium. Medium is nothing but through what the air is traveling. It can be air, it can be water, it can be glass, it can be anything that allows light to travel through it. So whenever there is a change in medium, we say that the light changes its direction a little bit. Okay, it is going to bend. This bending is what we call as diffraction. Because of this refraction only, we see a lot of things happening around. Like for example, this arrow that suddenly changed its direction, right? Similarly, you ever try to put like a, for example, I want to put my finger right over here. Watch this. See the size of my finger, skinny little finger. Now I look at my finger there. There's a difference, right? It looks fat in the water, thin outside. Again, that fat looking finger is only because of this refraction. Right? This light bending makes it look as if it's fat when actually it is not. Okay. So because of this refraction, there are many phenomena that are there that you have learned last year and we are going to also see in this coming chapter. But specifically we'll be talking about diffraction on a curved surface, not a flat surface. So we'll be seeing a lot of applications, a lot of sums, numericals in this chapter going forward. So this is just like to get you refreshed about refraction.